The Young and the Restless. The secrets and schemes unravel in the upcoming episodes of The Young and the Restless. Drama takes center stage as Billy Abbott pushes boundaries, Holden Novak embarks on a dangerous pursuit, and Nate Hastings is caught in a web of secrets that could shatter everything he thought he knew. Billy Abbott crosses the line. Billy Abbott has always been a man of ambition, but his latest actions may be setting him on a dangerous path that could destroy relationships and reputations. Recently, Billy has been increasingly involved in schemes that go beyond the ethical lines he once tried to maintain. As he tries to navigate his personal and professional life, the stakes are higher than ever before. His obsessive drive to get ahead in the business world, coupled with a growing emotional detachment from his family, is starting to take a toll. As his personal life spirals out of control, especially with Victoria and their children, Billy is determined to regain his standing, at any cost. Whether it's sabotaging competitors or using underhanded tactics to take control, Billy seems willing to go as far as necessary to ensure his success. However, with this determination comes a dangerous gamble, and it's clear that his actions will eventually catch up with him. His manipulative side may just lead him down a dark path, one that may ultimately cause irreparable damage to his relationships with those he holds most dear. But it's not just Billy's personal relationships that are at risk. His business dealings, especially his connection with the Newman family, are teetering on the edge of chaos. Billy is no stranger to corporate intrigue, and he's ready to do whatever it takes to outmaneuver his rivals. However, as he goes further down this rabbit hole, he's likely to find that some lines are not meant to be crossed. The danger is real, and Billy's future in Genoa City might be hanging by a thread. Holden Novak sets his sights on Audra while Billy's manipulative schemes are concerning. There's another dangerous game being played, one involving Holden Novak and the enigmatic Audra. Holden has always been a man who thrives on control, and now that he's targeting Audra, things are about to get far more complicated. Holden, with his calculating charm, will continue to pursue Audra relentlessly, drawing her into a web of manipulation that she may struggle to escape. Audra, ever the strategist, is not one to fall for distractions easily. Yet Holden's persistence is hard to ignore. He will work tirelessly to gain her trust, hoping that by getting close to her, he can extract information about her dealings with Victor Newman, and the nature of the relationship that threatens to break her apart from Nate. Audra's reluctance to divulge too much about her true agenda only adds fuel to Holden's fire. He's well aware that she is hiding something, and the more she resists, the more determined he becomes. Holden's subtle approach will gradually transform into a full-fledged pursuit, each interaction drawing Audra further into his trap. His flattery and subtle provocations will only increase the tension between them, forcing Audra to confront a dilemma she may not be ready to face, whether to give in to Holden's advances or risk losing everything she's worked for. At the same time, Holden's growing obsession with Audra could bring him into direct conflict with Nate Hastings. Nate is already walking a fine line when it comes to Audra, unsure of where her true loyalties lie. He knows that her connection to Victor Newman could spell disaster for their relationship, but he doesn't yet know the full extent of her involvement with the dark and dangerous forces at play. As Holden makes his move, Nate may be forced to confront his own feelings of betrayal and mistrust. Two emotions he's not entirely equipped to handle. The risk for Audra is monumental. She's playing with fire by aligning herself with Victor, knowing full well that her connection to the Newmans could tear apart her relationship with Nate. But despite the stakes, she believes that she can keep her secrets locked away, at least for now. However, Holden's intrusion into her life could expose her true motivations before she's ready to reveal them. As her world begins to unravel, Audra will be left wondering if her heart, and her career, can survive the consequences of her actions. Nate's shocking revelation in the midst of the personal turmoil that surrounds Audra and Holden, Nate Hastings is facing his own set of challenges. As if the emotional stakes weren't high enough, Nate is about to be confronted with a shocking revelation, one that will change everything he thought he knew about his family. Nate's journey has already been filled with complications, particularly when it comes to his relationship with his mother, Amy Lewis. He's been caught in a tug-of-war between his duty to his family and his desire to distance himself from the toxic legacy that comes with the Winters name. Yet now, As the truth about his mother's past begins to emerge, Nate will be forced to confront a series of devastating facts that threaten to shatter the foundations of his identity. Amy, who has been receiving medical treatment in Chicago, is about to reveal some unexpected news that will leave Nate reeling. Through a series of updates from her doctors, it will become clear that Amy's health is far worse than anyone realized, and the truth about her condition will send shockwaves through the Hastings family. The implications of this revelation will not only affect Nate's personal life but could have a profound impact on his career as well. As he learns more about his mother's struggles, Nate will have to decide whether he can forgive her for the past, or if he will continue to distance himself from the woman who abandoned him so many years ago. However, the most shocking part of the revelation comes when Nate learns that his true biological connection may not be what he thought it was. It seems that Amy has been keeping a secret, one that involves a pivotal moment in Nate's childhood that has been hidden from him for years. This information, which Nate is about to discover, will leave him questioning everything he knows about his past. Could his father have been involved in something far darker than anyone ever imagined? And how will this truth affect his relationship with the people he holds dear, including Audra? As Nate grapples with these revelations, he will be faced with an agonizing choice. Will he continue down the path of healing and reconciliation with his family, or will he make the ultimate decision to sever ties and leave the past behind? Whatever decision he makes, the consequences will be felt throughout Genoa City. A web of deception at the heart of these intertwined stories lies a central theme: deception. From Billy's manipulative business dealings to Holden's relentless pursuit of Audra, to Nate's discoveries about his mother's past, each character is forced to confront the lies and secrets that have been hidden for far too long. But as the truth comes to light, it's clear that the consequences will be far-reaching. Genoa City has always been a place where the lines between loyalty and betrayal are blurred, and this week's developments will only deepen that divide. As relationships fracture and alliances shift, the characters will be forced to decide where their true loyalties lie, and whether those loyalties are worth the price they'll have to pay. Stay tuned, as The Young and the Restless continues to deliver shocking twists and powerful emotional moments that will keep you on the edge of your seat. The Young and the Restless: Secrets, Betrayals, and Dangerous Liaisons. In the world of The Young and the Restless, lies and secrets never stay buried for long. The complex web of deceit that has been woven by the central characters continues to unravel, revealing shocking truths and unearthing conflicts that have long been bubbling beneath the surface. As the relationships between Audra, Holden, Nate, and Billy reach new heights of tension, viewers are in for a roller coaster ride of emotions, power struggles, and high-stakes drama. Let's dive into the latest developments in Genoa City that will leave audiences breathless with anticipation. Audra's dangerous game. Playing with fire. Audra has always been a character who operates on the edge, balancing between truth and deception, love and betrayal. Her connection to Victor Newman has already complicated her relationship with Nate, but now she finds herself in a perilous position, caught between Holden Novak's manipulative charm and the need to keep her true intentions hidden from Nate. Holden's interest in Audra has always been more than just professional. He's seen something in her, perhaps a vulnerability or an ambition, that he can exploit to his advantage. As Audra's work with Victor progresses, Holden begins to suspect that her growing involvement with the Newmans could have severe repercussions, not just for her, but for everyone around her, especially Nate. Holden, ever the strategist, knows that in order to gain the upper hand, he needs to get closer to Audra. His approach will be both subtle and calculating, constantly throwing out hints and questions about her professional choices, particularly regarding her decision to work with Victor. However, Holden is not just after information. He's also trying to seduce Audra, using his charm to break down her defenses and bring her into his orbit. Audra, for her part, is no fool. She knows that Holden is playing a dangerous game, but she is determined to maintain control. Her involvement with Victor is a calculated risk, one that she hopes will benefit her career in the long term. Yet, she is acutely aware that Nate could never accept her working so closely with Victor, especially when it comes to the romantic involvement between Kyle Abbott and Claire Newman. If Nate finds out that Audra has been actively working to manipulate Kyle and Claire's relationship, he will surely confront her, and the fallout could be disastrous. As Audra navigates these dangerous waters, she finds herself walking a fine line between loyalty and ambition, love and deceit. Holden's persistent pursuit threatens to expose her secrets before she's ready to reveal them, and the tension between her loyalty to Victor and her growing feelings for Nate continues to build. She's playing with fire, and every move she makes could either burn her or propel her further into the heart of the Newman Empire. Holden Novak, a man of ambition and manipulation. Holden Novak's motivations are as murky as they come. While he may appear calm and collected on the surface, there's an underlying intensity to him that cannot be ignored. He is driven by ambition, and his desire for power is something that can never be satisfied. His calculated pursuit of Audra is just another example of how he uses people as pawns in his game of domination. From the moment he set his sights on Audra, Holden knew she could be the key to unlocking even greater influence within the Newman family. By enticing her with promises of success and subtly complimenting her, he continues to break down her walls and draw her closer into his world. Holden's flirtations are more than just playful, they are strategic. He knows that by playing on Audra's weaknesses, her need for validation and her desire to climb the corporate ladder, he can get her to reveal what she's truly up to with Victor. As Holden continues his pursuit, he will become more daring, pushing Audra to reveal details about her work with Victor. His charm and persuasiveness will create a dangerous dynamic between them, one that may blur the lines between professional and personal. But Holden's agenda is clear, he is after power, and he will stop at nothing to get it. Whether it's through seduction, manipulation, or cunning, Holden is determined to make Audra a part of his plan, no matter the cost. Nate's shocking revelation. Family secrets unveiled. Meanwhile, Nate Hastings finds himself caught in a whirlwind of revelations that could change the course of his life forever. Having already been rocked by the complexities of his relationship with Audra and his deepening distrust of her ties to Victor, Nate is about to receive some life-altering news that will make him question everything he thought he knew about his family. Nate has always been a man of integrity, but the truth about his family's history is about to unravel in a way that will shake him to his core. His connection to Amy Lewis, a woman who has been undergoing treatment in Chicago, will take an unexpected turn when new information comes to light regarding her condition and the long-hidden secrets of her past. Amy has been a source of mystery for Nate, and as he uncovers more about her medical treatment, he begins to piece together a picture of his family's troubled history that was deliberately kept from him. The truth about Amy's health will bring with it a series of emotional revelations, particularly when Nate learns that there may be more to her illness than he was told. His medical expertise and determination to uncover the truth will force him to confront difficult questions about his family's past, and whether his loyalty to them is truly deserved. But it's not just Amy's health that will weigh heavily on Nate's mind, it's also the shocking secret about his biological connection that will leave him reeling. As he digs deeper into his family's history, Nate will be forced to confront the reality that his past may not be as straightforward as he once believed. Billy Abbott, crossing the line in the midst of all these personal and professional battles, Billy Abbott's actions are about to cross a line that he may not be able to return from. Billy has always been known for his impulsiveness, and his reckless behavior has often led him into murky waters. But now, with the stakes higher than ever, Billy is prepared to take things to a whole new level. His ongoing feud with Victor Newman has already caused significant tension in Genoa City, but Billy's latest move will bring him even closer to the edge. As he becomes more embroiled in corporate schemes and personal vendettas, Billy's actions will begin to alienate those closest to him. His reckless pursuit of power and revenge could have far-reaching consequences that will leave his personal and professional life in tatters. Whether he's attempting to sabotage Victor's plans or crossing ethical boundaries in his business dealings, Billy is on a collision course with disaster. The tension mounts, a showdown looms as these complex storylines unfold. The tension in Genoa City continues to mount. Audra's precarious position, Holden's manipulation, Nate's family secrets, and Billy's reckless behavior are all part of a larger, intricate web of deceit, betrayal, and ambition. The stakes are higher than ever before, and with each passing day, the characters are pushed closer to their breaking points. In the coming episodes, expect shocking twists and emotional confrontations that will leave fans on the edge of their seats. Will Audra's secrets be exposed? Will Nate be able to reconcile with the painful truths of his past? And will Billy's reckless actions come back to haunt him? One thing is for sure, The Young and the Restless is about to take viewers on an unforgettable ride of drama, passion, and intrigue. Stay tuned, as the explosive fallout from these tangled relationships is bound to reshape the future of Genoa City forever. The Young and the Restless, Billy's bold moves and the price of loyalty in the tumultuous world of The Young and the Restless. The characters' personal and professional lives often intertwine, creating a storm of emotions, conflicts, and decisions that could change the course of their futures. Billy Abbott is one character who has been on a roller coaster journey of moral dilemmas, ambition, and broken relationships. As he continues to walk a fine line between ambition and ethics, his latest actions may push him further into a dangerous territory, especially with the looming threat of losing everything he holds dear. In this latest chapter, Billy goes too far to prove a point, and the ramifications of his actions could reverberate throughout Genoa City. Let's delve deeper into how Billy's bold moves intersect with Sally's advice, Phyllis's relentless behavior, and the looming meeting with Aristotle Dumas. Billy's quest to prove a point. Billy Abbott has always been someone who wears his emotions on his sleeve. He is driven, passionate, and often willing to go to extreme lengths to prove a point, even if it means risking his relationships with those around him. But in this latest series of events, Billy's actions might just cross a line that he won't easily be able to walk back from. At the center of his current predicament is his relationship with Phyllis Summers, a woman who has always been a key player in his personal and professional life. Billy has seen Phyllis as someone who could be a powerful ally, someone who could help him build his business empire. But lately, he's been faced with the difficult realization that Phyllis may not be as reliable or trustworthy as he once thought. And this is where his latest bold move comes into play. Billy, in his bid to assert control over his future and prove that he isn't afraid to make tough decisions, has decided to take a hard stance with Phyllis. Even though Phyllis is still a key figure at Abbott Communications, Billy is willing to challenge her in ways he has never done before. He's willing to go as far as threatening to cut ties with her completely, even if that means going against his better judgment. His decision to take a stronger stance comes after Sally Spectra, one of Billy's closest confidants, subtly hints that Billy has been too kind and too lenient with Phyllis. Sally, ever the strategist, has observed Billy's soft spot for Phyllis and believes that he's been allowing his emotions to cloud his judgment. According to Sally, if Billy truly wants to gain the upper hand in his business dealings and personal life, he needs to stop being so accommodating and start acting more decisively. It's time for Billy to set some boundaries, and that means potentially severing his ties with Phyllis once and for all. The consequences of cutting ties with Phyllis. Billy's decision to distance himself from Phyllis may seem like a logical next step, but the consequences could be far-reaching. Phyllis, for all her flaws, is someone who has been a crucial ally to Billy in the past. She knows how to get things done, and her relentless drive has helped propel Abbott Communications to new heights. Cutting her loose could have a profound impact on the company, and on Billy's standing in the business world. But Billy's growing frustration with Phyllis goes beyond just professional matters. There's an emotional component to his decision as well. Over the years, Phyllis and Billy's relationship has been one of ups and downs, filled with betrayals, misunderstandings, and unresolved tension. Billy has always been drawn to Phyllis's fiery personality and ambition, but as he matures and shifts his focus towards greater ambitions, he's beginning to see her flaws more clearly. And he's no longer willing to let her hold him back. Sally's suggestion that Billy might be too kind is starting to resonate with him, and as he grows more distant from Phyllis, he is also becoming more resolute in his decisions. Billy realizes that if he wants to move forward with his life and career, he can no longer afford to be swayed by Phyllis's whims or emotional outbursts. He has to take charge of his own destiny, and that means making hard decisions that will cut through the noise of personal loyalties.